This story takes place in a small town in California, Santa Rosa. There lived a family, the Millers, Jake, Emily, and their newborn baby boy, Noah. Jake was a former Army soldier. After returning from war, he wasn't the same anymore. He became quiet, distant, and every night he was haunted by nightmares. Emily tried everything, but she couldn't bring him back to the man he used to be. Until one day, she made a decision. Without telling Jake, she brought home a golden retriever puppy. Small, golden, fluffy, with the most innocent eyes you could ever see. She smiled and said, "His name is Buddy. We need a little light in this house." Jake wasn't happy. "I don't need this, Emily," he said. But Buddy was different. From the very first day, Buddy stayed close to Jake. Whenever Jake sat in silence, Buddy would gently rest his head on his knee. Jake didn't say a word, but Buddy never left. At night, when Jake woke up from nightmares, Buddy would quietly lie beside him. Sometimes he would lick his hand, as if saying, "I'm here." Slowly, something began to change. Jake started going outside again, taking Buddy for walks. For the first time in months, he smiled. Then one day, Emily went into labor. Their baby boy, Noah, was born. When Noah first came home, Buddy watched from a distance, as if he understood this tiny human was special. Emily softly said, "Buddy, this is your little brother." Buddy walked closer, slowly, carefully, and sat beside him. From that day on, they were inseparable. Whenever Noah cried, Buddy was the first to run to him. If Emily was in the kitchen, Buddy would bark, calling her. As Noah grew and began to crawl, Buddy never left his side, like a silent guardian. One day, Noah was crawling toward the stairs. Emily didn't notice, but Buddy did. In a split second, he ran and lay down in front of Noah, blocking his path with his own body. Emily rushed in and realized what had just happened. Buddy had saved her child. Tears filled her eyes as she held him close. Then came the stormy night. Heavy rain, thunder, the kind of night that brings back old fears. Jake was struggling again, his hands shaking. Suddenly, Noah couldn't breathe properly. Emily panicked. They had to get to the hospital fast, but Jake couldn't focus. That's when Buddy did something unusual. He ran to the door barking, then came back pulling at Jake's hand as if saying, "Stay with me, focus." Jake looked into Buddy's eyes, and in that moment, something clicked. He took a deep breath, picked up Noah, started the car, and Buddy jumped into the back seat, right beside Noah. At the hospital, doctors said it was a severe allergic reaction. Just a little later, and things could have been very different. Emily broke down in tears. Jake stood there silently, and Buddy sat right beside him. Time passed. Noah grew up. His first steps, holding on to Buddy's fur. His first word, "Buddy." Jake had changed completely. He smiled again, worked again, lived again. People used to say, "This dog isn't just a pet, he's a miracle." But time never stops. Buddy grew old. His steps became slower, his body weaker. One day, he couldn't stand anymore. Noah, now 6 years old, sat beside him, crying. "Buddy, don't go." Buddy gently licked his hand, just like he used to, as if saying, "I'm still here." Jake's eyes filled with tears. The vet said quietly, "He's in pain. It was time to say goodbye." They held him one last time. Noah whispered, "He's my best friend." Buddy looked at him one final time. His tail moved softly, and then he was gone. They buried Buddy in the backyard, under a tree. Noah visits him every day. One day he asked, "Dad, where did Buddy go?" Jake paused, then said softly, "He's still here, in us." Noah looked down and said, "I can still feel him." Jake smiled with tears in his eyes. "Me too." Some bonds aren't made by blood, but they become the deepest ones of all. Buddy wasn't just a dog. He saved a family. He brought a broken man back to life. He protected a child when it mattered most, and even after he was gone, he stayed as love.